So we've installed the NSX Manager, and we are now going to integrate the NSX Manager with the vCenter server. So in order to do that, before we actually do that, let's log into the NSX Manager. And I did some settings, or I pre-configured some settings already, which I want to show you. For example, the backup and restore. So as you can see here, I typed in, or I used an FTP server for all the backups, and the scheduling was set weekly. I did not exclude anything from the backup, and I already did one backup. So if I do backup right now, then it will ask you, okay, do you want to start the process now? You can hit start, and you will see, okay, well, backup process is actually started through FTP. SFTP is also one of the options, but I use FTP right now. And then you will see that the backup has been done right now, and eventually you will see all type of backups here. I think I set it to daily, weekly on a Monday, and then 12 at night, and turn it off as well. But let's not do that. So in general, I also changed the NTP server to Google, and I needed to restart the server here in order to make these settings effective. So there's one of the services here, the NSX management service. I did this stop and start again in order to make sure that the NTP service was up and running. So as you can see here, this is the time right now, which is my time as well. Let's go back to manage, and I also set up a syslog server, and the syslog server is set to my NAS, and well, I tested it and it's working fine. So the next step is to actually integrate the NSX Manager with the vCenter server. So I'm going to start doing that, and I'm going to do that with this part here. So as you can see, we have a lookup service and a vCenter server, and the lookup service here, you need to have the SSO administrator credentials set. So I'm not sure if I've done that, but let's just try to see if I've done that. Let's log in. To the vCenter server appliance part, and you will see the configure SSO part. Well, right now you see it's embedded, so it's probably configured. I don't know what the password was, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in a new password, and I'm going to hit save settings. So it will says warning, it will completely reinstall and locally create users and groups will be lost. Well, I don't have much, so you said OK, and it's giving me an error. VPXD must be stopped to perform this operation. So let's do that. Let's stop this. So what I know is that we can log in with SSH to the vCenter server, and let's stop the command or the service with this command. So everything is back up and running right now, and let's try to log in to the vCenter server as well, or this vSphere client with this administrator password. This account is actually used to create, to do administrative things within the vCenter server. And so authenticating, initializing, Let's get rid of this, and then you will see that I'm actually logged in right now. So, well, you don't see anything NSX related here yet. So let's try to type in the lookup service, see what happens. This is my vCenter server IP address. The port is 7444, and you could also see that here. And, administrator at vSphere. So there you go. It will ask trust certificate. I say yes. And it gives me an error. Why is that? So let's just type in a part of the, or copy a part of the error message and Google that. So I think I will choose for the second one. Let's see what Google says, or this website says. The NSX can communicate perfectly with the vCenter server. I can try to ping the NSX server. Well, that's fine. So I think the only problem is that my clock is not synced. So let me do a show clock on the CLI of the NSX server. This is my clock here, and date 14/37 and 15. That's not right at all. So what do? I know my NSX Manager has the correct time because it's taking its time from Google. I have not synced my vCenter server with a NTP server yet. Don't even know how to do that, so let's Google for that. vCenter server NTP. So let's try the first one. Let me try the other command. It's even worse. It says UTC 13 and it was 14. Now, how do I change the clock? Well, it gives me a UTC time. So what I can do is, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Network, general. I'm just going to unconfigure this NTP server. And edit, set this time to UTC. And hit time.time1.google.com and hit OK. And it says, well, need to be restarted, blah blah blah. So yes, I know how to do that. I will just go to the service here. Oh, finished running, and I hope that the time will be in sync right now. So let's do the same commands here. Show clock, it says 13/29/49. Date, yeah, perfect. So everything is in sync here. Let me try to do the same thing I've done before. So it says disconnected, but let's just hit in configure and edit again and then type it in again. I hope this is going to work. Okay, yes. And that was the actual solution to the error. So did some troubleshooting as well. So we saw that this lookup service was not willing to register if the time was not in sync. So let's do the same with the vCenter server, which is the same IP address, which is the same username. Which is the same password. Nope. And I will not check this, I will just hit OK. And it's connected right now. It says last successful inventory update was unknown. So let's hit refresh and it says okay. There's a new inventory update on this date and time. So in my next video I am going to talk about, well, actually implementing the controllers and what we need to do for that. The first thing is that we need to create an IP pool. Before I'm going to do that, by the way, I want to see if there's an extra plugin here, the NSX plugin. So let's just hit refresh. No, not refresh, this is not refresh, this is refresh. I probably need to log out and log back in again. So let's do that. There you go, networking and security. So let's hit that, and you can see that, well, you can read something about VMware NSX, but at least it shows me that it's integrated with the vCenter server.